Hey guys, I'm going to break down a new set of workflow and email and token related things that I just spent the day setting up. So I'm going to jump right in. So let me take you high level. We've got a new email that's going to be going out, and it's going to populate with the subscriber name from NMC as well as the token, organizational token ID. I made this in Be Free today based on Julian, your email that you sent me. So in order to get this token populated and the username, let's start from the top here. Here's the flow. Email comes in, Trey, you've got a rule that forwards it over to mail parser. Here's an example of one of the emails that we see. It has all these fields. We have all this parsed out. Here are the fields that are important to you. Implementation provider here, as well as the subscriber email, not the user, but the subscriber. So those are parsed out. I modified the Zap here in Zapier to go ahead and populate those. So we're taking this implementation provider here, if you could see this, and populating it into a new field that I created inside of HubSpot. So that we have that new field there. I also am populating the username into another field here, subscriber username NMC. So we're populating that. So malparse into Zap. What happens? That information gets put into HubSpot, and then I have 3 new lists that populate based on the implementation provider. If it contains voice automated but not Logan or JYG, it is a voice automated. Let's take a look at this here so you see what I mean. The reason for that is that you have some of your the emails that the fields that get populated here will have implementation provider with things like voice automated, previously JYG. So it has voice automated in that. And for the field to get populated properly, for Zap to populate it over to HubSpot, you just got to copy it over. So you're going to have, sometimes you're going to have this field here populated with other stuff. And then sometimes it's going to be just voice automated. Other times it's going to be voice automated formerly JYG. Other times it's going to be voice automated formerly Logan. So these other lists are only contains Logan. This one is only contains JYG. So here's what happens. If a user shows up on one of those lists, then I have a workflow that detects, I have 3 different workflows that detect the presence of the contact in the list and will set the organizational token accordingly. I've created a new field inside of HubSpot that's a drop-down list that corresponds to each of the entities here. So it's going to be either voice automated previously Logan with the 740, or voice automated with the E1, or it's going to be voice automated previously JYG, which starts here. So it gets pumped through the one of the 3 workflows that are based on the presence in the lists. So once it goes through the workflow, then you will see that you've got contacts here, and here is a new list. It's organizational token populated. You can see I've got 3 different test contacts I've used here, where pay attention to the implementation provider in NMC. This one is previously Logan. So it got the 740 organizational token. This one is previously JYG, so it got this one. And here is voice automated, which gets that one. So what does that mean? It means that any contact that has gone through, that goes through mail parse, anytime we get an email and they go through here, they're going to get zapped. They're going to get populated with the correct implementation provider. They're going to end up on a list. If they end up on a list that corresponds to the implementation provider, a workflow is going to go ahead and process them with a pre-programmed field that I've populated to give them the correct organizational ID. So you're going to want to go ahead and add this organizational token to your contact properties field. So what happens then as a result is the workflow. Let me zoom out a little bit. I've modified the workflow to use this new email, which I have here. This new email has, you can modify it if you want. I made it pretty. Trey, I've removed your reaching out. I'm checking in to make sure you're up and running smoothly with Dragon Medical One. Julian, all of your links are in here. They work. It will populate with the token and the username. If they're not present, you have to have a default value. So if they are for some reason not present, here's what you'll see. Your Dragon Medical One username is please contact support for your username. It'll populate with that. If they're missing their organizational token, please contact support for your token. So at least it's not some gobbledygook and something weird. Trey, I also got down here at the very bottom, click here for live chat support. That works. That'll take you out to chat if they want to do that. Julian, that's new to you. I don't think you're aware of that. Harry, I don't know if you picked up on that either. So what does all that mean? That's just a lot of behind the scenes stuff to enable these second emails in the 30.1 workflow to go out properly. So what I'll do now to get us a little bit caught up is I've got the 3 different exports from NMC for utilization. So what I'm going to do is when I do those imports, I'm going to add a column and I'll make sure that the implementation provider is noted accordingly. So I'm going to import all the NMC utilization, the different column. If it was the JYG export, it'll be populated with that. If it's Logan, with that, with something with that. That way the workflow should pick up all of those contacts, and we should see over here on the organizational token populated, we should see a ton. We should see just hundreds and hundreds of, over 1,000 people should have, based on how you did the export, should have organizational tokens now. So if you get people, calling in for support, you'll have those now. The other thing I'll do, if you can get me, Trey, if you can get me, it's been a while since you did a dictation.cloud export for me to go and get all the information. The next time you do one of those, I'll do the same thing. As I update that, I'll make sure that I update the implementation provider. Okay, that's it. Thanks, guys.